It is a big loss for a Southern Kentucky community. Find out what's ahead for a beloved restaurant that burned down overnight.
A woman found in the road in Montgomery County has led to a death investigation.
A barrel of bourbon is on the way to Washington, D.C. from Kentucky right now. More on the message those who sent it want to deliver to lawmakers.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 5.
Good afternoon to you. It has been a part of the community for decades. A beloved Southern Kentucky restaurant sits in ruins because of a fire.
The flames started overnight at Weaver's in London. This afternoon, we are learning much more about what will happen to this icon next. WKYT's Phil Pendleton is in Laurel County with our top story at 5.
People came here to Weaver's in downtown London for a hot dog or a chili dog, but I'm told that they left with so much more. Now those memories are all that's left of this business that people tell me has been a part of downtown London's identity. Main Street was closed much of Monday morning. The emptiness of the area matched the same emotion that many were feeling of the downtown establishment that's no more.
Everybody's devastated. You know, my sister and brother-in-law, they sunk their life into it, and we're still in shock.
Kevin Joseph's family ran the restaurant, but he also worked there doing maintenance, cooking, whatever he says was needed. He says people love the restaurant's hot dogs, but they cherished the conversations here.
Everybody come to eat here. We had a group of old guys come in every morning and eat and shoot the bull.
There's no word on a cause, but Joseph says they've been told that it started in the back near a new kitchen. Nearly everything inside was destroyed, including the history that lined the walls.
And it was just all the pictures. There was pictures of everybody's family.
25 people worked here, and obviously those jobs are, at least for now, lost. People tell me that it's very important that when they rebuild, they relocate here in downtown London. In Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
So many pictures that cannot be replaced. The cause, though, remains under investigation, but fire officials do not suspect anything suspicious.
We are tracking the investigation into a Montgomery County woman's death. 22-year-old Katrina Craver's body was found outside her father's home on Nest Egg Road Friday night. As WKYT's Victor Puente tells us, there's still many questions about what happened to her.
How did 22-year-old Katrina Craver die? That's the question detectives are trying to answer, and they say at this point they aren't ruling anything out.
Intentional, unintentional, or just clearly an accident.
Montgomery County Sheriff Fred Shortridge says his detectives aren't ready to declare this death investigation criminal, but admits it could turn that way, depending on the evidence.
We're not going to rule that out, but we're also not going to rule out the fact that it could have been unintentional, but yet the actions of someone could have caused her death.
Craver was found in the road near her father's house on Nest Egg Road Friday night. A driver alerted her family, who called 911.
I still can't believe she's gone. I still can't believe whoever hit her just left her there to, die.
Her father was in Lexington when he found out. He says she'd gotten into a fight with her boyfriend, who went to a friend's house. He believes she'd gone up to the road to see which direction he had left in when she was struck. The sheriff says Craver died from head trauma.
They had to know they hit her.
Detectives aren't ready to reveal their theory of what happened. Ed Craver thinks someone knows how his daughter died.
I hope they confess. Go to the police department and confess. I mean, that's all I ask.
Edward Craver tells me he's placing a jar at the nearby Barnes Food Mart to collect donations. Her family's also set up an account on GoFundMe.com, which you can find by searching for Katrina Craver, and that money's going to help pay for her funeral. In Montgomery County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
And so far, the sheriff says everyone they have talked to while investigating this case is cooperating.
Oh, you could feel it out there. We had a wintry start to the morning across this area. The snow has since moved out, and we'll get a short break, it sounds like, before it comes back. WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey's here with an early check of the forecast. Woo, that was cold out there.
Yeah, and it's still cold out there this morning. Those temperatures dropped in just a matter of a few hours by roughly 10, 15, even some cases 20 degrees. And if you compare where we are now to Super Bowl Sunday afternoon, look at the numbers. Look at the difference. We're almost 20 degrees colder than at at this same point yesterday when a lot of those Super Bowl parties were ready to crank up into high gear. Now, current temperatures are into the mid and upper 20s across the entire region. Gusty winds giving us a wind chill into the mid-teens, so you need to bundle up if you're going to be outside. Live First Alert Defender still tracking a couple of snowflakes out there into southeastern Kentucky, seeing some of those flakes and into parts of the bluegrass region now. We are getting a little burst of some light snow showers in the Lexington metro. All of that coming in on a northwesterly wind flow that will eventually calm down a little bit as we go deeper into the evening and overnight. So the clearing skies we're seeing now, Columbus back toward Indianapolis, will be into parts of the bluegrass region. But if you're out this evening, flurries still around, especially across the eastern parts of the area by 11 o'clock or so. Skies are beginning to clear up a little bit. Those temperatures make a run toward the 20-degree mark. Focus of the forecast when I come back. Yeah, we've got a decent couple of days ahead of us, but guys, another Arctic cold front settles into town by Wednesday night. That one may bring some accumulating snows our way. We'll break it down for you when I come back in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Chris. The storm that dumped snow in the Midwest over the weekend is moving on to the Northeast now.
It is hitting areas still recovering from a blizzard last week. Chris Van Cleve is tracking the situation now from Boston.
Roads are slick and treacherous in Oradell, New Jersey after overnight snow and freezing rain. Temperatures are dropping.
I'm avoiding going up hills. I was getting up a hill and I started sliding back a little bit and I said this is not going to work, so I kind of made a U-turn.
In Boston, the snow is piling up. It's another Arctic blast less than a week after a blizzard left 2 feet of snow on the ground. Many Bostonians are taking all this lousy weather and the tons of snow in stride, choosing instead to focus on the Patriots and their big Super Bowl win.
We're pretty stout-hearted here in Boston. We get the job done, just like the Patriots.
Boston holds a parade Tuesday to honor the Patriots, but the mayor says the celebration will not interfere with snow removal.
One thing that we're hearing that we're going to remove only snow from the parade route. That is not the case.
In the Chicago area, people are digging out from almost 2 feet of snow.
It's crazy. We've got so much snow in just a short period of time.
More than 5,000 flights nationwide have been canceled yesterday and today because of the weather. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, Boston.
The handlers of Pennsylvania's most famous groundhog, Punxsutawney Phil, said Monday that furry rodent has forecast 6 more weeks of winter.
We're tracking the search for violent robbers in a home invasion. Our county-by-county coverage begins in Knott County. It happened about 1:30 last Thursday morning at a home in Jamestown Village. Police said 4 men forced their way into the victim's home, assaulted her with a gun, then handcuffed her to another man in the house. They got away with a jacket, cell phone, and a set of car keys. 2 people in Boone and Kenton counties are $1 million richer today. According to the Kentucky Lottery, Powerball tickets worth $1 million apiece were sold in both counties. That means they matched every number but the Powerball. The tickets were for Saturday's drawing. The names of the businesses that sold the tickets have not been released.
A unique bourbon barrel is making its way from Kentucky to Washington, D.C. A group of people in Lexington loaded up what they call a bourbon barrel of compromise and sent it to politicians today. WKYT Sean Moody shows us what they hope to accomplish with the act.
The day after the 2014 general election, President Obama said this.
I would enjoy having some Kentucky bourbon with Mitch McConnell.
And that little moment took off, reaching Kentucky Distillers Association President Eric Gregory before too long.
We were actually at Woodford Reserve, and my phone started going off like a Christmas tree.
3 months later, the KDA and the Henry Clay Center for Statesmanship are sending a bourbon barrel of compromise to Washington. This isn't unprecedented. 200 years ago, organizers said Henry Clay would ship bourbon barrels from Lexington to Washington to help lubricate the wheels of government. So this morning, right outside Henry Clay's home, distillers poured their bourbon into the barrel and loaded it into an antique carriage to begin its journey. That antique carriage brought the barrel here to Henry Clay's gravesite in Lexington Cemetery for one final send-off. In the shadow of Henry Clay's monument, organizers loaded that barrel onto a bus for the trip to Washington. Senator McConnell and the Kentucky congressional delegation will meet the bourbon there. The big question on everyone's mind now is, will the president show up for a little bourbon and compromise?
Who knows? We've got a pretty good guest list, and we've been told that there's heightened security, so, you never know what's going to happen.
In Lexington, Sean Moody, WKYT.
Well, you can follow that barrel along the road to Washington on the Henry Clay Center for Statesmanship Facebook page. The Wildcats continue to rack up some big wins.
And they'll have a chance to go 22-0 tomorrow night. WKYT's Rob Bromley's here with more in our Big Blue coverage. Hi, Rob.
Hello. The Cats have Georgia coming into town tomorrow night, and it sounds like they will be without Trey Lyles again. On the SEC teleconference late this morning, John Calipari said he doesn't believe Lyles will play, and he's not sure beyond that. Saturday night, Cal said Lyles had been pretty sick. It's certainly a loss not to have him.
We missed a link in athleticism with Trey. Rebounding definitely, and also offensive threat in the paint and on like the corner jumpers. Trey brings a lot to the game, and like I said, a lot of people have to step up now.
It's the next man up mentality. Certain people are going to get their chance to play. Derek, and everybody just has to do a little bit more. And he's a real good player, and we can't replace that, so everybody's going to have to step up.
Another quick turnaround for the Cats. This will be the third game now in 6 days. Tomorrow night, Georgia's 7 o'clock tip on ESPNU. And Georgia could be without 6'8" senior forward Marcus Thornton for tomorrow night's game. He has had symptoms of a concussion after taking a blow against Vanderbilt. Coach Mark Fox said he would be retested today.
Thank you, Rob. This weekend, the Cats face their first matchup with Florida as they travel down to Gainesville on Saturday.
Follow WKYT online at WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
President Obama unveiled his 2016 budget today. The $4 trillion proposal arrived on Capitol Hill on pallet jacks. He's proposing more tax relief for middle-class families and more taxes on the wealthy. He also wants $478 billion to repair the country's roads and bridges. Republicans say the proposal only amounts to more taxes, more spending, and more debt.
It is totally unacceptable for West Virginians and all Americans to live within their means while the federal government continues to allow its spending and debt to run rampant.
Republicans are working on their own budget proposal. President Obama warned Congress not to send any plan that includes the across-the-board spending cuts currently in place. He is proposing to ease them. A building at the Washington Navy Yard reopened today, a year and a half after a deadly shooting rampage. 12 people died in that shooting before police killed the gunman. The building has undergone extensive renovation since the shooting. About 400 employees reported to work there this morning.
A record number of people tuned in to last night's Super Bowl. Last night's broadcast had the highest rating in Super Bowl history. More than 1 million people watched it online as well. The game was also a big hit on social media. More than 82 million tweets related to the game and halftime show, making it the most tweeted Super Bowl ever. Many of those viewers tuned in just for the commercials. McDonald's used that ad space to introduce a new deal for customers. It's called Pay with Lovin'. Employees might ask you to perform an act of kindness, and if you do, you'll receive your meal for free.
Oh, let's see. We had somebody that was dancing, and somebody that gave a big hug, and somebody that was having a great smile day.
Ronald has got it down, doesn't he? Paying with Lovin' continues through Valentine's Day. Looks like they're having fun.
It is time now for Better Living, health, education, and consumer news that impacts your life. Another recall alert today involving airbags. Federal officials say airbags in 2 million cars can inflate while the car is running. Previous recalls did not fully fix the problem. The recall involves some Jeep Grand Cherokee, Toyota Corolla, and Acura MDX models from 2002 to 2004. President Obama is proposing a new government agency dedicated to keeping the nation's food safe. It would consolidate parts of the Agriculture Department and the Food and Drug Administration. Right now, the USDA oversees safety and inspections for meat and processed eggs. The FDA oversees the safety of most other foods. Got milk? For many families, the answer is no. Sales of cow's milk have dropped as people turn to soy and almond milk. As Chris Van Cleve shows us, the trend is bad for dairy farmers and it can be bad for your diet.
Snack time at the Hochbergs never includes cow's milk.
It's not everybody's first choice anymore.
Rosemary Hochberg believes plant-based milks like soy, almond, and rice are a healthier option. And she's not alone. The average consumption of dairy milk dropped from about 22 gallons a year per person in 1970 to less than 15 gallons in 2012, a 33% decline.
If it doesn't turn, milk will get to the point that it really is irrelevant as a product.
Tom Gallagher is CEO of Dairy Management Incorporated, which handles marketing for dairy farms. He says it's time for change.
The old cardboard container that you and I used at school is still used in most schools, and you know the problem with that. Not only is it served warm often, but kids can't open that container.
The industry's just launched campaign includes new blended milk products in round resealable containers. Dietitian Alyssa Rumsey says however it's packaged, cow's milk is a healthy part of the diet.
It's high in protein. It's also a really good source of calcium and vitamin D.
Hochberg uses other dairy products to balance her kids' diet, but decided before they were born they wouldn't drink milk.
We're the only mammals that consume milk as an adult, and the milk is from another mammal. So that it's on itself as a concept, it's a little strange.
For a growing number of families, at snack time, it's cookies, now minus the milk. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, Rye, New York.
The plant-based milks are often fortified with calcium and vitamin D. You can check the nutrition label to make sure. For more health education and consumer news, just go to WKYT.com and click on Better Living.